presented by Bud Light. Here we go. These two men are two of the best at 145 as the former lightweight champion Frankie Edgar battles the Brazilian Charles Oliveira.
Frankie Edgar is amongst the pound-for-pound best fighters on the planet.
Edgar looking for the finish. Bader's in trouble. It's all over. Unbelievable. Frankie Edgar.
I think his cardio is second to none. His pace is second to none. His heart and will are unquestionable.
What is keeping Frankie Edgar standing? And he's got nails.
He's just a tremendous, tremendous fighter. And Charles Oliveira has all he can handle in front of him with Frankie Edgar.
Charles, the Bronx Oliveira!
Essa minha próxima luta vai ser uma luta muito importante pra minha carreira e vai ser uma luta que eu vou mostrar pra todo mundo que eu não sou só apenas um lutador de jiu-jitsu, que de tudo um pouco eu sei.
Charles Oliveira has a tremendous amount of potential. His ground game is absolutely outstanding. He's very, very technical, and he shows a tremendous amount of promise.
It is all over! The hype is for real. Man!
He's got a very slick submission game. You know, he's willing to go for broke, to go for submissions. You know, he's got pretty good Muay Thai, mixes it up well, kicks, knees, elbows. He's tough, he's dangerous.
He is going to have to be at the top of his game to defeat former lightweight champion Frankie Edgar.
I've been, 7 fights in a row. I was fighting 5-round title fights. Coming back to a 3-round fight, it's gonna make me get out the gun early and make sure, first round I'm in his face and I'm in the rhythm that I like to be in the 4th and 5th.
Ele não é um cara vulnerável, ninguém nunca finalizou ele, ninguém nunca nocauteou ele, então ele é um cara bom.
Wow, what a powerful takedown!
É a oportunidade que eu queria, a luta que eu pedi desde a minha última luta.
100% I'm getting a win this time. Not going home disappointed.
The same exact thing. I love to know what they're saying. Yeah, well, he sure loves the lyrics.
He's very fired up, Mike. He knows what a huge opportunity this is for him. Charles Oliveira is still only 23 years old. We saw him burst onto the scene with some spectacular submissions when he was competing as a lightweight. Notably the Darren Elkins fight, the first time we ever got to see him, just absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, the Efrain Escudero fight where he submitted him with a standing rear naked choke. Very, very talented jiu-jitsu fighter and very talented on the feet as well. And at only 23 years old, this kid has so much potential. This is already his 21st professional MMA fight. He's very skillful and very, very much a threat in the 145-pound division.
Grew up in the tough streets in a favela when he won early in the UFC and earned a couple bonus checks. He bought his mother a home. He's a great kid. It's a great story, and he's a great talent. And he has an opportunity tonight to really solidify himself in the rankings at 145 if he can get by the former UFC lightweight champion of the world in Frankie Edgar.
Well, this is a huge opportunity for him, especially coming off of a loss. He was stopped by Cub Swanson in his last outing in a fight that he took supposedly while he was injured. He wasn't in 100% condition for that fight, and Cub Swanson caught him with a bomb. But, we saw it tonight. Cub Swanson's the real deal. No shame in losing to a guy of that caliber. But what's really important for a fighter after a loss is how they respond, how they come back, how do they learn from what went wrong, and how do they improve upon that.
He has only been past the second round 2 times in 20 fights.
Did we get an answer on what he's singing?
I was told it is gospel.
Gospel?
Yes. For Du Bronx, Charles Oliveira.
There's something comforting when a fighter comes out to the same music over and over and over again. Like Matt Hughes when he came out, the Country Boy Can't Survive.
Vanderlei Silva.
But for Frankie Edgar, it's Biggie all day. When you hear this song and you see this dude hopping into the ring, you know it's about to get crazy.
Been like the battle of the walking music for this one.
One of the things that Frankie Edgar said in the pre-fight was that he's not leaving without a victory in this fight. And one of the things he means by that is that he believes he won his last 2 fights. He believes that he won a close decision from Benson Henderson in the rematch, and he believes that he could have won the decision against Jose Aldo. And the fact that he pulled away in the last couple of rounds. 2 very, very close fights against 2 of the very best fighters in the world. And that is where Frankie Edgar is. He is in the elite status of pound-for-pound greatness in mixed martial arts. But right now, he has no title.
Frankie Edgar stepping into the Bud Light prep point. Bud Light, here we go. 7 straight title fights for Frankie before tonight. He has never been finished. His average fight time is the 3rd longest in UFC history, nearly 18 minutes. Oliveira's average fight time is the 3rd shortest among active fighters at 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight fight is brought to you by The Wolverine, starring Hugh Jackman, in theaters July 26th. Edgar is 31, Oliveira only 23 years old, 4 inches taller, reach nearly identical. Once again, the introductions from Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. Brought to you by Corn Nuts, the official corn snack of the UFC. Corn Nuts, tough like you. UltimatePoker.com. Visit to win your ultimate UFC experience. The Wolverine, starring Hugh Jackman, in theaters July 26th. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record. 16 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record. 14 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, presenting a former UFC lightweight champion, Frankie, the SR Edgar! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Oliveira.
Gentlemen, come over here, please. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch the up, do it now, go back to your corner.
Yves Lavina, referee. Frankie Edgar and Charles Oliveira. Big featherweight matchup here tonight in Las Vegas. Frankie knows he needs to get off to a fast start. And here we go. Tonight's clock brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. Edgar quickly. He's in the red trunks. Black trunks for Oliveira.
Oliveira has a much more Muay Thai centered attack, whereas Frankie Although throws kicks, relies more on boxing, he hurt him. He hurt him with the right hand. He hurt him. And Charles takes to the ground. This is where Frankie's got to be careful.
He's very slick with his submission game.
Yeah, and in my opinion, Frankie might have been better off standing up there. He certainly stunned Oliveira with that right hand, but now he's in a position.
Oh, the cage! Let go of the cage! Got to be careful, he's out. Nice knee
to the body by Oliveira.
Oliveira is so confident for such a young fighter. But as you said, as far as MMA mileage, he's got a lot on the odometer.
He's had some very good fights inside the octagon, wins and losses. A lot of experience, but his technique is what really separates him.
Always constant movement with Frankie Edgar. As you mentioned, with that boxing-based attack.
Yeah, he snuck that right hand through again. I think that's going to be the key to victory for Frankie. If he can pull this fight off, is his boxing. Wow. This kid is
taking anywhere he wants,
man. You got to be real careful. There's things you can get away with other fighters that you cannot get away with Oliveira.
His last 4 wins by submission, as I mentioned.
You can't post your hands on the ground. You can't allow him to grab overhooks. He's just very quick off of his back. Especially now in the first round when both fighters are dry. Much more friction. Now see that overhook? That's a dangerous spot for Frankie. He wants to pull that right arm out. And there he goes. Against a lot of fighters, you can leave that arm on the mat. Against a guy like Oliveira, it's very dangerous.
Important to note that Edgar trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Renzo Gracie, Ricardo Almeida, and the guys, John Danaher. So he's well trained. And he's worked very hard on his
There's a right hand and a left hook behind it, but Oliveira responds with a knee.
Oliveira tried to come up the middle. Even though Oliveira's taller, the reach was pretty even.
Good left hook there by Frankie. I like how Oliveira's throwing those front kicks. Makes that long reach even longer. Nice jab there as well.
Oh. Tried to fire the second time. To the body goes Edgar.
Yeah, he connected with that left hook upstairs as well.
Frankie changes levels again.
Oliveira's timing him with a knee. He's got to be real careful with that.
Oliveira's showing elbows too.
Good right hand over the top by Oliveira. Frankie was sliding away from it, but it did land.
Looking for the clinch. Edgar breaks through it. Nice job there.
What a pace this fight's being fought at.
No surprise when it's Frankie Edgar.
Or Oliveira.
Yeah.
And there's again upstairs to the left.
That's what's most amazing is the long fights that Frankie's been in with the pace he keeps. Gotta watch the up kick.
The up
Just
kick
over a
was
minute
what
on the
really
clock.
changed the tide of the first Benson-Henderson fight.
Yep.
Frankie's looking for that right hand, but Oliveira's starting to block it now.
Frankie likes to throw that right, dip the shoulder, and then come back up the middle with the left.
Whoa, nice uppercut by Oliveira. Oliveira's putting a lot of pressure on Frankie. Oh,
There
beautiful
you go.
combination.
That's the one we were talking about.
Nice jab. It's not a Frankie Edgar fight until his nose is bleeding.
Frankie talks about that. He said, my nose bleeds every day in practice. 15 seconds.
Nice elbows from the bottom by Oliveira. Oliveira with those long legs. Good elbows.
Tonight's Corner Cam brought to you by Corn Nuts, the only snack with big enough kernels to step into the octagon.
Tira o botão de boca, respira, foi muito bem.
Take off your mouth, please, and breathe. Very good.
Ele tá cruzando de esquerda, tá entrando cruzado de esquerda.
He's throwing the hook with the left, but it's coming in.
Eu quero que você explore mais o seu jab.
You gotta explore your jabs more. You're doing very good with that.
Na barriga dele, não tem problema.
Work your front kick on his stomach. Do that all day.
Jab frontal, chute na cabeça.
Throw some combos,
chute no frontal.
jabs and cross, kick.
Chuta a cabeça dele, tá faltando isso.
Every time he comes with a hand, you gotta kick his head. You're waiting for his head, but you're coming in with a knee.
Respira.
And come in with a quick knee.
Foi a única coisa que entrou dele, que ele mudou.
Start touching in place. Yeah.
Frankie stayed busy in round one, Joe. Nearly 50 total strikes landed.
Fight!
Round two. Comes out swinging. 3-round non-title fight. First one in nearly 4 years, pardon me, for Frankie.
One of the things I really appreciate about watching Frankie fight is the footwork. But Oliveira has excellent footwork as well. He's turning with Frankie, cutting him off, cutting angles the same way Frankie does. Beautiful kick to the body.
Frankie
caught it. Nice one of his own.
That kick still had some pretty good impact on it, though.
Good left to the body by Frankie. Oliveira looking for those knees. And you heard his corner, Makako was asking for that. Land those knees.
Frankie's 6-time Fight of the Night winner. He leaves it in the octagon every time he goes to battle.
Beautiful leg kick. Nice leg kick, but a good right hand by Frankie.
Oliveira wants him to jump in. Instead, he'll try to do some damage. Charles is back up.
Oliveira looking much more sharp with his stand-up.
And now Frankie puts him on his back.
This is where you see the advantage of these long legs. His dexterity is excellent as well. He can pull those legs up behind the neck of Frankie. But of course, it does become more problematic as they get more slippery with sweat.
Very close is the battle of ground strikes thus far. Top position, all Edgar. And a couple of nice shots.
Good punches from the top by Edgar.
Punching an elbow, and there's another elbow. He might have cut him on the bridge of the nose,
Yeah,
too.
these are solid shots. Again, nice knee. Didn't quite connect.
Edgar's pace is just so outstanding.
But Oliveira is keeping up with him step for step.
Edgar with the counter.
Jumping double roundhouse kick.
Frankie pushes forward.
Good left hook.
I like how he changed up his footwork there. He timed that perfectly.
Nice stepping in elbow by Oliveira. Like I said, Oliveira tries to mix it up a bit more of a Muay Thai centered attack. There's that front kick to the body his corner was calling for.
Yeah, like you said, Frankie will throw kicks, but it's more of a boxing style for him. In his work with Mark Henry. Just over a minute on the clock here in the second. Nice kick. Caught low. Edgar.
Good combination to the body and the head.
He was able to deliver those punches there because he changed his angle of attack nicely. Again, body head. But Oliveira's looking to answer. What a fun fight.
This is amazing pace.
Can he get a takedown? Yep.
Beautifully done, but he's in a guillotine. He's got to be careful here.
Final seconds of the round.
Wow. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. That was a bad position. Had that been earlier in the round.
You're doing incredible. Listen, fast feet, fast hands. Look at me. Don't wait. The time you get hit is when you're waiting. You understand what I'm saying? Change your angle, throw again, but I need you to change up your speeds of your hand and change up the speeds of your feet. You understand what I'm saying? If he backs up with his hands, kick it. You understand what I'm saying?
You gotta keep kicking his stomach, kick his head.
Tá bom. É o último round.
Last round.
O que acontece? Não vou te mentir. Ele te botou pra baixo no primeiro round.
I'm not gonna lie. He took it down the first round.
Tá no mano a mano no segundo round.
The second round could be either way.
Tem que impressionar.
This is your round.
Se não impressionar,
You
vai deixar
gotta keep
pro
pressure.
Você acabou com a finalização no pescoço.
And here's the takedown by Frankie, but look where Oliveira's arm is. And note how as they go to the ground, Oliveira slides his left leg over it and pulls guard, locks his legs together, and he has that forearm under the chin of Frankie Edgar.
Last round, fight!
Frankie had to know it was real late in the round. Just late enough for that takedown.
Yeah, it just shows really good positioning by Oliveira, how he was able to adjust as he was being taken down.
Frankie, one of the busiest takedown artists in the UFC.
Nice jab by Oliveira. He's really picking up the pace here in this round.
Well, you heard his corner say, we're not sure where we
Frankie
are right
tagged
now.
him.
You got to get this round. Edgar pushing forward now. There's another right hand that lands. He avoids.
Oliveira may be still stung here.
Cardio never a question when it comes to Edgar. He'll kick and score some points.
You have to do more than that if you want to keep it up. Okay, stop.
And Yves Levine stands him up.
Look at me. Fight!
A big fight for Frankie. After the way the title fights have gone recently.
Nice stepping in elbow.
Oliveira was showing that earlier.
Yeah, he's mixing things up well.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of having the Muay Thai style as opposed to a boxing style, is that he, Frankie utilizes all those weapons as well, just not as often as Oliveira does.
I mean, it was that step and elbow that Weidman used to finish Munoz.
Good combination by Oliveira. That was a nice right hand.
Put him in position for tonight's title fight. Caught the leg.
Nice knee to the body by Oliveira.
And a couple of punches. Good flurry by the Brazilian.
What a fight.
Yeah, just over 3 minutes now.
I kind of wish this was a 5-rounder.
Frankie's used to it.
Well, Oliveira looks in outstanding shape. I don't think he'd have a problem with 5 rounds either.
He's only gone past the second round. Now this, Joe, 3 times in his career.
And the thing to think about with Oliveira is this kid is still 23 years old. Massive, massive potential. Oh, good right hand. And look, comes right back. Lands a nice left. Good elbow.
That elbow again.
Yeah. I like how he mixes that up, Mike. I just think there's so many more options.
Oh, yeah. Spins. Frankie saw that. Tripped. Right back up.
Good right hand over the top. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt.
And again. There's a left that connects. Another right hand. Big shots.
Look at the footwork of Frankie Edgar as he's setting up these shots.
Frankie looks at the clock. Flying knee.
To a guy a foot taller than him.
Those right hands are landing and doing damage.
Oliveira's turning right at the last minute when they're landing. Oh, hammer fist.
All over him on the ground. Frankie's got to be careful though still.
He certainly does. Especially inside the guard. But Oliveira is so slippery on the ground, the odds of passing his guard, not so good. Oh, good left hand there.
Some big punches landed here in the third round by the former lightweight champion. Seconds. Let's see if he stays up. Oh! I guess not.
But again, look as he tries to pass Oliveira's guard. Oliveira is just so good with that hip escape.
10 seconds. The chant of Frankie here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. They go the distance.
Fight.
What a battle.
Win, lose, or draw, that Charles Oliveira kid is world class. I think he really rose to the occasion tonight, and Frankie Edgar looked outstanding.
Judges will render their decision as Oliveira goes the distance with Frankie Edgar. Our fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. It was a great battle back and forth. First round, a big right hand by the former lightweight champion. And punishment to the body. Second round. Again, good movement. And again, the way that Frankie was able to change his angles and retaliate after the kick. And then good ground and pound by Edgar against the very slick jiu-jitsu artist. And there's the trademark Frankie Edgar takedown that we have seen so many times. That was late in the round. That's the right hand that really hurt him. And Edgar continued to pour it on in the third and finishes this fight in top position against the 23-year-old. Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges scored the contest 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Frankie the Answer Edgar.
That has got to feel great for Frankie Edgar. Here's Joe.
I'm here with the winner, Frankie Edgar. First of all, Frankie, what a fight that was. What a pace. Was it odd for you to be fighting a 3-round fight?
It was, you know, and felt just as hard as a 5-round fight. But I just want to say, it's nice to talk to you while I got a smile on my face.
It is nice to talk to you while you're in the winner's column as well. Tell us, first of all, what, if anything, surprised you about Oliveira?
His toughness, you know. I see some fights where he's been stopped, but I thought I had him hurt. I was really looking for that finish, especially in the third. You know, he showed some toughness, man. I think his height a little out of my range. Couldn't land that power shot, but he was tough.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of those big shots you landed in the third round. You had him staggered, connected with some really clean shots. Your boxing was really on point tonight, as well as your footwork.
Yeah, you know, that's what we do, man. I had the greatest team in the world: Mark, Ricardo, Anderson, everyone back home, Brian Blue, Steve Rivera, David Esposito, my family. You know, it's like I've been in hell these past 3 fights. I'm climbing my way back. TR, NJ, take this ride with me one more time. Let's go.
Congratulations on a win and a really entertaining fight. Frankie Edgar, ladies and gentlemen.
Big win tonight for Frankie Edgar. Yeah, he does.